Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. A spark from a passing train is believed to have ignited several grass fires in the area Tuesday afternoon. The flames were first reported around 3:20 p.m. near 85th Avenue and the railroad tracks. Moments later, another fire was reported in the area of 106th Avenue and J Street, and then a third fire was called in 10 minutes later in the area of 109th Avenue. The Andover Fire Department was brought in for mutual aid, but fire crews were able to knock down the flames before damage was done to any nearby structures. The fires are a reminder that it's dry out. Here's the current burning restrictions across the state. The yellow shaded area, which includes Anoka County, means no open burning is allowed. The DNR says escape debris burns are the #1 cause of wildfires, and that spring burning restrictions have reduced wildfires by nearly a third since being implemented in 2001. You could be receiving a phone call in the next 2 weeks from survey takers looking for your opinions about the Anoka School District. The annual survey looks at community perceptions on various topics, including what they like most about District 11 and the most important issue facing the district. This year's survey will also gather feedback about class sizes. The results will be delivered to the school board this summer. High school graduation rates hit a record high last year in Minnesota. 83.2% of the class of 2018 graduated across the state. In the Anoka School District, 86.6% of high school seniors graduated, up more than 3% from the previous year. The graduation rate at Coon Rapids High School was even higher than the district average at 88.7%. Mercy Hospital hosted a special ceremony this week to celebrate the gift of life.
Christy Bach, Jennifer Akers.
Dozens of people gathered Thursday night to honor family members who died last year and donated their organs, tissue, or eyes to others in need. Their names were read off one by one while the flags were raised outside of the hospital.
This is really a celebration. This is maybe the first time that some folks have gotten together since the death of their loved one, and it is a great way to celebrate a life and celebrate the gift.
In addition to honoring those who've donated, recipients shared stories about how the donations saved their lives or the lives of their loved ones. This is the 4th year Mercy Hospital has hosted the Gift of Life ceremony. A 30-year tradition returns to the Coon Rapids Ice Center this weekend. 30 Years of Applause is the name of this year's Ice Fantasy show, and it's bringing more than a few alumni back onto the ice. CTN's Dan Carpenter tells us what makes this year so special.
They glide into place. Practice for a special performance at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. An exhibition of 24 weeks of ice skating lessons, dancing, jumps, and spins rehearsed for the Ice Fantasy Show, a tradition in the community for 3 decades.
Oh, you were in the third one.
The year was 1989.
And I got to wear a pink tutu in my first ice show.
The Winter Olympics had been held the year before.
And I do remember watching all the figure skating in the Winter Olympics and being in my basement and just twirling around and dancing around.
Practice for the first Ice Fantasy Show was where 8-year-old Rebecca Johnson was introduced to a new sport.
And it was kind of love at first glide.
30 years later, she and 20 others from those early years are returning to perform again.
A lot of these people haven't really seen each other for years, and this is a great opportunity for them to get together.
Joining Rebecca Johnson in a performance is childhood friend Bianca Dixon, who brings a new performer to the ice.
This is my son, Jareth.
At 4 years old, Jareth is taking off down the same path as his mom.
It's basically in our blood, so our whole family has done it.
In some cases, 3 generations have a connection to the Ice Fantasy Show.
My daughter was a figure skater and skated up until the time she was 16.
Elise was in that first show and even skated with her father.
So glad I did it now, and then the memories I have had with her over the years.
Now her daughter will perform as she did 30 years before. This will be Nettle's 3rd show, but the most important because of who will be there watching.
Mom got cancer at Christmas time, so we've been going through a lot with that. She's planning on coming to the show. She'll be here.
4 nights of performances, showcasing a passion spanning generations.
I wouldn't still be doing it again if I wasn't having fun.
Dan Carpenter for CTN Update.
The Ice Fantasy Show takes place tonight and Saturday at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets can be purchased at the door. Children 4 and under are admitted free. Another favorite pastime in Coon Rapids, the annual Kids Fishing Clinic at the Coon Rapids Dam. This year's event is taking place Saturday, May 4th from 9 a.m. to noon at Seneco Lake. Kids will learn about lure selection, casting, boat and water safety, fishing ethics, and more. They will also walk away with a goodie bag of fishing-related gear. Lunch will also be served. No pre-registration is required. All right, that's going to bring us to the end of today's show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again next week.